So in the picture here, diameter CD, AD and BC intersect at point E, which we have, and E is also on FG. We have to lay all these things out, otherwise the question won't make sense. Are the two lines parallel? So really, what we need to determine basically is whether these arc lengths are the same or whether these opposite internal angles are the same. Both determine the same thing, namely that AB and B and CD are parallel. We also need FG to be parallel though. So then we would need the red angles to be the same as these green angles in the middle here. So we need to establish those. Okay, statement 1 tells us that triangle CED is isosceles with base CD. So CED is isosceles, that's this guy here. And what that tells us, if it's isosceles and the base is the side that's not the one that's equal, if these two sides, CE and ED, are equal, then their angles are equal, the angles opposite them, the angles that create them, which then in turn means that then this angle is going to be the same angle and as angle E. We still don't know about the positioning of AB. Actually, we do, because then that means that these angles must also be equaled by these, because these meet at point E, and if this is isosceles, that must mean that point E is in the middle, which means that these are equidistant as well, and therefore the same angle. So this one tells us that AB is parallel to CD, but we don't have FG in here, so it's not going to be sufficient. We need all three horizontal lines to be parallel. A and D are out. Statement 2 tells us that angle BAD, we'll switch to green, angle BAD, that's this one, is equal to angle ADC, which is this one. So that does the same thing. It also establishes that AB is parallel to CD, but it still doesn't tell us anything about these internal angles here, so we can't tell whether, because the circle could really be, pretend that's a circle, these two lines, and then FG could be at some kind of crazy angle. The transverse, like CB lines, would still be there, but these would be off-center. So we still don't have anything that establishes these angles in the middle here, AEF or GED. Without those, still no parallelism for FG. So B is out. Even in conjunction, they both establish the same thing, that the top and the diameter lines are parallel, but we don't have anything for FG, so even in conjunction, the two statements are insufficient, and it's answer choice E.